Good morning and welcome to Revive Your Creativity. It may not be morning where you are while you're watching this, but it's pretty early here, so I've got my coffee. I think I'm ready to roll. One of the things I've been thinking about a lot is how the practice of creativity, practicing your art form and that kind of stuff, is a lot like regular exercise. If you think about it, getting in the habit of regularly doing your art, whether it's drawing or it's writing or making movies or whatever your thing is, if you can, learning to get into a habit of it is a big process, because a lot of times when we talk about creativity, a lot of times when we talk about the arts, we just talk about doing it when the mood inspires us, when the muse is just right, and all of these different conditions have to be right. But in order to really get good at our art, in order to improve at our art form, we have to do it on a regular basis. Nobody ever thinks about exercise being like, oh, well, I'm going to go run 15 miles today, see how it goes, and then I probably won't run again for maybe a month, maybe 3, who knows. We know that our physical bodies, we know we need that regular repetition of exercise if we're going to get any better at it. I mean, sure, we can try to run that 15 miles one time, but we'll likely be hurting for a long, long time. Just this week, actually, I tried a new exercise form, a new type of running, and even now I'm quite sore, so I can very regularly report this soreness that can come with not preparing well. But, we can do that. With arts, we don't necessarily have a soreness that comes with it, but you can get a real sense of disappointment from trying to launch into something new, to trying to write an entire novel, or to do something really huge and expansive without ramping up to it, without preparing yourself a little bit at a time, and just jumping in without any real preparation. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to over-plan everything. We just wrote about that this week on the blog, about not going crazy with having things too highly structured. One of the things that, when you're talking about exercises, every year we'll get to that New Year's resolution, and man, we'll make this huge list and it'll be awesome. This year I'm going to climb Mount Everest and I'm going to do all these great things, but then we get to February and we realize we haven't done those things and we get really discouraged. And the same kind of thing can happen with creativity if we're trying to jump in too fast, trying to jump in too hard, and we're not really giving ourselves that chance to get better. We're going to leave ourselves with a lot of disappointment. And what happens with that is when you do get disappointed, then you start just abandoning your art. And that's a real disappointment, and that's a real shame, because I think that I view creativity the same way that I view taking care of my physical body, of taking care of, there's a mindset that goes with it, there's an energy that comes with it, that from regularly exercising, I get these things, but also from regularly creating, I get these things. And so I really want to see that happen in your lives as well. So this week, what we're going to talk about is we want to have an action plan. I love reading a lot of different types of self-help blogs and a lot of blogs that talk about art and all these different kinds of things. But if they don't come with an action plan, I'm a little wary, because it's not just something that I don't want to just talk about a good idea. I want to see something actually happen from these things. I want to see something actually move from these things. I'm a guy and I'm wired towards action anyway, but the process of just talking about creativity doesn't really do anybody any good if we're not implementing these things. So here's the thing. It's a real simple challenge. This week, I want you to make out a plan for your next 2 weeks of your creative practice. Whether you're going to be drawing, you're going to be writing a short story, or whatever it is, make out a plan. Pick the days that you're going to work out. Pick the days that you're going to creatively work out. Go ahead and make the plan. And so if you want to, there's a comment section below this video. Go ahead and post what your plan may be. Do you know what you're going to be shooting for already? But go ahead and do this quickly. The one thing about, again, these kinds of videos, these kinds of ideas is that, oh yeah, I'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, pause the video, do whatever you have to do, and go ahead and write out your plan for the next couple of weeks. Keep it on your desk, keep it wherever is handy for you, but so that you can see it over these next couple of weeks, and you can remember, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to stay up late, whatever works for you. This is how I'm going to get this creative work done. I'd love to hear about how it goes. Definitely, if you want to post your plan below, if you think this is a good idea, if you're just somebody that can only operate under the Muse, let me know. Just throw something in the comments section below. And thanks for watching.